Essay about On the Road.
Jack Kerouac's On the Road is, to my mind, more than a mere novel. It is a manifestation of the restless spirit of an era, a lyrical explosion of youthful exuberance and existential yearning. It is, in many respects, a book that does not merely recount events but rather encapsulates a state of mind, one of ceaseless movement, desperate longing, and an insatiable thirst for experience. Upon reading it, I could not help but be drawn into its rhythm, which, much like jazz, the very music that pulses through its pages, is spontaneous, frenetic, and unpredictable. One cannot approach On the Road without acknowledging its defining characteristic, movement. Sal Paradise, our narrator, hurtles across America in search of something that remains forever elusive, perhaps enlightenment, perhaps mere escape from stasis. His companion, the irrepressible Dean Moriarty, embodies the unrestrained pursuit of experience, a figure whose energy is infectious but ultimately destructive. As I delved deeper into their journeys, I found myself pondering whether the book champions a life untethered to responsibility or subtly critiques the futility of such an existence. It is impossible to read Kerouac's work without being struck by the sheer musicality of his prose. The long, undulating sentences mirror the jazz rhythms that dominate the novel, and his spontaneous prose style captures thought in its rawest, most unfiltered form. While some might argue that his syntax lacks discipline, I would counter that it is precisely this freewheeling structure that makes On the Road so exhilarating. The book does not pause to reflect in a traditional sense. It moves, it surges, it carries the reader along as though swept up in the current of a mighty river. Beyond its relentless motion, On the Road is populated with characters who pulse with life, rendered in prose that feels almost improvisational, yet deeply intentional. Kerouac's ability to distill the essence of a person in a single, offhand phrase is nothing short of remarkable. Whether it is the larger-than-life Dean Moriarty, radiating manic energy, or the fleeting acquaintances whose paths cross with Sal's, each character is imbued with a raw, almost mythic presence. The novel's narrative structure, too, defies convention. Not so much a sequence of plotted events as an accumulation of moments, vignettes of ecstasy, disillusionment, and restless yearning. This lack of rigidity is not a flaw but a deliberate stylistic choice, one that mirrors the novel's thematic preoccupation with freedom, spontaneity, and the unshackling of the self from the constraints of the ordinary. On the Road remains a book of profound significance. It embodies the spirit of rebellion and the hunger for authenticity that resonates with anyone who has ever felt constrained by convention. It reminds us, for better or worse, that to live is to move, to seek, to grasp at the ineffable. And while it is true that not all who wander are lost, On the Road serves as a potent reminder that some are simply meant to roam.
Thank you for listening to English Audio Lounge. We hope you have enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more audio stories and video classes to improve your English.